Hello everybody and welcome to the April 2026 update from Clydebridge Station. And first of all, I hope that those of you who were at Model Rail Scotland enjoyed yourselves and had a great time. I certainly did, and I hope for those of you who weren't at the show, you enjoyed the video that I made from the show, which went out on the Saturday evening of the show. Remember, when I attend these shows with my camcorder, I'm going there as well as for myself, but on behalf of people who cannot make it to the show. Now, this month's update, we're going to crack on with doing the rest of the track work for platforms 4 and 5, because we've now got the junction sort of sorted out. We're also going to be looking at the stuff that I purchased at Model Rail Scotland, and as part of the Me 47 celebrations this year, of me being 47, it won't be this local, it'll be the 47 in focus, but it'll be a sister Brunswick Green Machine 47500 Great Western, and you'll see that later on in the programme. Now, just out of sight up here, and I'll just point to it, and I forgot to mention this at the end of the March update, I finally got the billboard up on the bus garage, so that completes that. Now, if you've got any comments, queries or suggestions, please leave them in the comments box below. Also, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon so that you can be notified of when new videos appear on this YouTube channel. There's at least one per calendar month. So if you're all ready, all aboard, let's go. Well, it's not quite a never-ending story, but it certainly gets like this sometimes. But the track work that I've got here at the moment, you can see, is still not complete. Platforms 4 and 5 have still got to get fully laid down again, which they will be. And then I've got to glue more cork down in here, and then glue the track down. So there's a fair bit to do. It might, well, I'm saying a fair bit to do, but it might not be as bad as what it originally sounds. I'm going to lift the camera up now and I'll show you what I've got here. And I finally obviously sort of cracked the plan, because where that point goes now, I'm going to use a piece of flexi track which I've got here. I've actually got quite a bit of flexi track, so I've got plenty spares if need be. And then platform 5 will go this way, platform 4 will go down this way and join it, and then these will have to get obviously copy decks down, and then that'll be that. They'll then get tested, not just for ensuring that trains don't derail, but for clearances, and I'll show you what I mean by this. This is the longest coach on that I own, a Mark IV from Hornby from the early 1990s, from the old 225 set. So that's what the plan is. I'll go and start doing this and getting it all laid, getting it all cut, swearing, venting my frustrations, relaying, and I'll report back to you later on in the programme as to how progress is going. So in the meantime, let's have a look at what I bought at Model Rail Scotland. The first purchase that I've got to show you came from the Rainbow Railway stall, and this is the Eastern Region Bachmann signal box, and its code number is 441022 Alpha. It's actually the same one that David Watson modelled as part of a competition giveaway. It will replace the existing signal box that's on the depot car park area. The reason I'm actually replacing it is that that signal box, it is actually facing the wrong way, I'm told. This one here, because windows both sides, so you can look out into the car park, look out onto the track. What I also like about this is that the roof comes off. Now that's quite important, because what I'm going to do is buy the Norton Bridge signal box interior kit and put some of that in here to make it more realistic. It won't get lit, however. It's going to remain unlit. So you'll be seeing that on the depot area very soon. So I'll just take that away now, and I'll put it on the depot and take the old one off. And the old one and the new one has a much smaller footprint. The old one, well, I'll put that up on eBay and get it sold. So we'll put that safe and sound down there. We've got some Land Rovers as well. This one here will sit in the depot car park area. And if I bring it a little bit closer, you can see the British Rail on it. This other one here is an RAC one from the 1980s. It's actually got RAC Scotland on it, so it's quite good. I've purchased this one as for part of an in-joke that's going to take place here. On the main street scene, on the layout, there's already an AA van, which is on what's called St John's Road. It's an AA van. So what I'm going to do is have the AA van and this van passing each other. As I say, a little bit of a joke I'm going to put on the street scene there for you. So those vehicles, I'll take them off now. They were, I can't remember the name of the store I purchased them from, but you'll see them on the street scene in the next little while. Let's go and show you now, by opening the bag, what I've got from West Hill Wagon Works. And boy, did I get a lot from West Hill Wagon Works. And I still didn't get everything that I wanted from West Hill Wagon Works. One of the main things I was hoping to get from West Hill Wagon Works was signals. And I got the majority of the signalling system that I wanted. But there are some bits that I wasn't able to get. They haven't got them in stock yet, so I've got to keep checking on their website. And we'll start off with this here. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the camera to here. There, that's better. Now you'll be able to see. That there is the SG12, and this is the 4-aspect dummy head. And that's what you get in the kit. That's going to go either at, well, it'll go at platform 1 and platform 6. I'll be using them there. So you see, I've got 2 of them there. Staying with signals, I've got a 2-aspect dummy head one. That is actually going to go at the exit from the tunnel just before the junction, just before the crossover, and before the points here that take you into platforms 1, 2 and 3. Now I'll get it up the now for you, and you can see it there. And that is just a 2-aspect head, and it'll be either yellow or red will be the options that I've got for that in terms of signalling. Now, in order to make sure that that actually operates properly, it's also going to need one of these, and this is set SG34, and it is the dummy junction, the dummy feathers if you wish, and that'll actually sit on the top of it, and it's got white lenses, and that'll dictate what platform the train will go into in the real world. Remember, this is not the real world. I was hoping to get the gantry signals for 2 and 3 and separately for 4 and 5, but they haven't got them in stock, so I'll have to order them online. But for coming out of the depot, they actually said these would be sufficient. Now that is set SG15, and these are the ground signals. There we go. So SG15 is the ground signals, and it's those that I'm going to use to get into and out of the depot. Although I haven't got the gantries yet, I've got these in advance, and this is the dummy route, theatre route indicator. Dummy display panels for gantries, pack of 6 with stickers, set SG07. That's what you get in the pack. So they'll just sit up there now, and they, as I say, will be used once I get the gantries into place. That's going to be a wee while yet though. We'll move away now from the signalling, and we've got other stuff here. on the precinct area, I've got a 1980s style station timetable board, although I've just used it as if it was a bus timetable. This was actually a free gift they were giving away a couple of years ago in conjunction with David Watson of Dean Park Station. They now have the product for real, and this is it here. The 1980s style station timetable boards, pack of 4, and I'm going to be using these at the ends, at the concourse ends of the platforms. They're much better, I think, than the Bachmann ones, and I'm going to just show you why. I've got a Bachmann one here, as you can see. That's what it is. I'd need 2 of them, one and one there. Whereas with these, as it has information, I can actually put these on the platforms, and that's how the kit comes. So I'll have a spare one. Now, I'm going to have to find out what the best colour is to paint them in. I'm suspecting silver will be the case, but I will ask ScotRail what they think it should be. Going back to signalling briefly, and I'll need AWS magnets for when the trains actually leave the platforms. So there's a pack of 10 in there. I'm only going to need 6 of them. They're in different sizes. I'll be able to work out myself what ones I need. Incidentally, West Hill Wagon Works, on their website, there is a guide about signalling, and I'll have a look at that as well to see what I need, and that should give me an idea of what I'll be needing. I bought more of these key clamp safety railings, yellow silver, pack of 5, because I'm going to need some eventually for the trolley bays on the platforms. I've got some stuff, but I thought I'd buy another set just to be on the safe side. So that won't be getting installed immediately. It'll also be useful in the depot, which is what is showing there with 47973 peeking out of somebody's depot. The Hornby Class 50, Hornby Class 60 story that I bought from David Watson a couple of years ago, a couple of its horns have gone missing. Have no fear. West Hill Wagon Works is here with their own horns, so they're going there. And I haven't got any station sack barrows, but I've now got a set here. There's a pack of 2 in there, and that's more than sufficient for what I need. And some mail bags as well. I'm going to have to actually get in touch with the Royal Mail, although my neighbour Valerie works with the Royal Mail, so she might be able to advise me here on what colour I really need to paint these for a 1980s style. That's all the stuff that I bought from Model Rail Scotland. There's one more thing that I bought, but I'll tell you about that next month. Let's go and look at the locomotive in profile, and that is 47500. This month's 47 in focus as part of the Me 47 celebrations is Great Western Brunswick Green Liveried 47500 Great Western. Talk about the model in a moment, but brand new in June 1966 to the Midland region, D1943 stayed on the Midland region until 1973 when it moved to the Western region. Although distinctly lacking in pedigree, upon ETH conversion 47500 as it would be known would become a very popular machine when in 1979 Old Common Depot staff suggested that 6 passenger machines adopted traditional GWR names. There were actually already quite a few Western region namers out there, but 47500 was given the name Great Western. This meant it became the region's official Royal Train locomotive whenever the Royal Train was in the Western region, although other locos would perform the same duty if required. As Great Western, it had the Great Western Railway crest below its aluminium names, and it remained in BR blue livery until the spring of 1985, when the most exciting stage of its career began. To celebrate the 150th anniversary of the creation of the Great Western Railway, a Class 50 50007 and 4 Class 47s 079 GJ Churchward, 484 Isambard Kingdom Brunel, 500 Great Western and 628 Sir Daniel Gooch were repainted into Brunswick green livery, that of the original Great Western Railway, and were given cast brass number plates and name plates, and had the BR logo fixed underneath the second man's window on both sides. This guaranteed the celebrity status of the locomotives. 47500 Great Western was always going to be one of those chosen. It was then kept in tremendous condition by its owners, the Western region, and Old Oak Common Depot staff always ensured the locomotive was sparkling for whatever duty it was doing, even hauling a coal train on one occasion. Great Western remained in this livery until, well, remained in this excellent condition until late 1990, when after 17 years she was moved back to the London Midland region, where the depots there didn't give it much more care and attention externally as the Western region did, and it was allowed to become very grubby. It was denamed in late 1991 when the plates were removed and went to Collector's Corner, and the cast brass number plates were replaced by stick-on transfers. The Great Western name was later put onto a HST power car instead. Great Western would remain associated with this locomotive nevertheless, but without it being named, it was put onto all sorts of other duties, including civil engineers working on the West Coast Main Line in 1992. During 1992, it would go in for overhaul and came out in Rail Express Systems livery, thus leaving 47484 as the only 47 in the Brunswick green. It has to be said, it was a surprise that they lasted in this livery that long, because the centenary celebrations were in 1985. It later became owned by West Coast Railways of Carnforth, but suffered terminal fire damage and was scrapped a couple of years ago. However, I understand that a cab from one end of 47500 still exists and is in somebody's back garden now. No manufacturer, to my knowledge, has made a DCC ready or DCC fitted version of 47500 Great Western in its Brunswick green livery. Although Cavalex, under their plans for the Class 47, have announced that 47500 will be a retailer exclusive model. It'll be a limited edition model from Rails of Sheffield. So the 47500 you're seeing here actually began life as 47628 Sir Daniel Gooch, and I bought it on eBay a couple of years ago from a gentleman. Now, I can't remember his name, but he's in Cumbria, and he runs a layout that you see on here. It's not been updated for some time, called Waverley West here. And the arrival of this locomotive completed what I call the triplets, because I've also got 628 and 484 also in Brunswick green livery. You can imagine the Western region right now saying, we need our locos back. What is quite impressive about this is that the locomotive has got the etched nameplates, number plate and BR symbol on, and GWR crest. It has been given a light weathering as well. I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but it has been given a light weathering. Nevertheless, it's still a very impressive machine. Now, the locomotive also, interestingly enough, and this, and I don't know why Bachmann have done this actually on this locomotive, is I can't see a data panel anywhere. So I don't know why that is the case. Now I'm actually looking at a photo right now in a book that I've got which shows 47500 hauling a passenger train through Newbury, and the data panel should actually be located just below the number plate. I don't know why that's been missed out. This is actually a previous Bachmann tooling, but it's still nonetheless a very good machine, and you've seen her on the layout before. So she makes regular appearances, not just on passenger trains from the Western region or from Euston, but also on Scottish internal workings. It'll be interesting to see in the next couple of years how the Cavalex version of this will actually compare to this Bachmann one, but Cavalex have got to be commended for filling a little gap in the market there, and I'm pretty sure it'll be very popular. Although the only question I've got to ask is why Cavalex have chosen Rails of Sheffield. Could they have not chosen a retailer in the Western region instead? But obviously that was their decision. But that's 47500 Great Western, which once the track alterations are complete here at Clydebridge station, you will see running into and out of the station. And speaking of the track alterations, let's get back to that. That's the track layout now all sorted, but all is not what it seems, because you may have just noticed, I'll put the camera down here, and I'll get Craig Mason's little device that he made me a couple of years ago. Now, you'll see a clue immediately. That buffer stop light is only showing very little power. But yeah, if I go into there, you can actually just see the light going on. Now, I've had a look elsewhere on platform 5, and it is also the same story, that there's no power getting there. But when I pinch these wires together, it actually brightens up to such an extent it actually can become even brighter, as bright as the ones on platform 5. Now, I've got various options. One is to replace this track. The other is just to resolder the dropper wires on. So, in between this update and the May update, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to resolder the dropper wires for platform 4 and then try it again. Because the problem I have is that I'll just place this onto platform 4 the now. Please note, none of this is copied X down yet, and I'm not prepared to copy X it down until I've got this sorted. There is no power. Whereas if I go and put it onto platform 5, there is a bit of power, and you'll actually notice that there's a nice gap in between roads 4 and 5. What else has got to be done here now? Well, I think it's quite obvious. I'm going to have to try and curve this platform out a little bit. That means I'm going to end up scratch building something, which I'm pretty sure I'm capable of doing as long as I take my time. So that's a job that I'll be doing in the near future. And where this loco is 47406 on platform 6, the same thing will happen here, but I'll have to take into account of the curve here as well, because this is a platform that the sleeper train will come into for this, which has a Mark III sleeper coach. It would arrive in number 5 and it gets shunted out and into platform 6. But it's a very, it's sounds complicated, but it's not really that complicated. Anyway, I'm sorry I can't bring you a running session this month, but believe me, I am determined to get this sorted out, and it will be sorted out. And I'll take advice from people, but it looks like I've got a couple of options. Jim Scobie, by the way, at Scooney Hobbies, suggested checking the blade underneath the point, which I've done. I've pushed it up a little bit, but it's made no difference. So it looks like it's going to be that. I'm just looking at this, by the way, and I'm thinking of a third possible option, and that is very simply lay down some cork and see what happens. But I'll report back to you in the May update. Now, the next video on this channel will be from the Glenrothes Model Railway Show. Here's a little preview of it. This year's Glenrothes Model Railway exhibition will once again take place at the Lomond Centre, Woodside Way in Glenrothes. It's open on the 9th of May from 10 AM to 4 PM and on Sunday the 10th of May from 10:30 AM till 4 PM. And the postcode for those of you travelling by car to put into your sat-nav, if you have one, is Kilo Yankee 75 Romeo Alpha. Adults go for £7, kids go free, and that means little kids, not big kids, folks, sorry. This year's event will also feature the Jack and Jill Cafe, and it will show several different layouts from a variety of clubs. This will also include, no doubt, at least one layout from the Glenrothes Club itself, and there will also be visiting layouts from other parts of the country too. The Glenrothes Model Railway Club will be organising the event as usual, and also there will be various trade stalls there. These will include Shedring Hobbies, Scooney Hobbies, and there will also be layouts and exhibitors from all over Scotland. And it's hoped that there'll be the Lego layouts there as well. The Glenrothes Model Railway Show has been at various venues over the years. It started off, I believe, at the Adam Smith Theatre in Kirkcaldy, and has also been held in the past at the now demolished Temple Hall Community Centre in Kirkcaldy, and at the Rothes Halls in Glenrothes Town Centre. For those of you travelling by bus, Stagecoaches Scotland and its sister company Muffet and Williamson run regular bus services into Woodside. If you're travelling by train, you'll need to get off at either Markinch or Glenrothes with Thornton stations and then get a bus into either Glenrothes Town Centre or Woodside. I should add as well that the town centre is about at least 15 minutes walk away from it. The exhibition manager has said that they showcase the imagination, craftsmanship and dedicated attention to detail of railway modellers from all over the place. At our annual exhibition, you can find miniature worlds of different scales to admire and inspire your passion. As you explore, be sure to visit our selection of model traders offering everything from essential modelling supplies to rare and unique finds. Whether you're a seasoned collector at the very beginning of your model railway journey, you're bound to find something. And by the way, tickets are available at the door and they accept both card and cash. I'll be there at the exhibition on Saturday the 9th of May, and the video will hopefully be up on the Clydebridge Station YouTube channel that evening. To finish off this month, here's a couple of shout outs for you. And the first one I'm going to be giving a shout out to is East Yard Rail. Now you'll find him on YouTube. I'm saying him, I should say you'll find them on YouTube. And I don't know the actual era then, but it's the first time I've seen this layout. But it's called East Yard Rail, so if you give them a check out, they'll be very pleased There's then Trepatrick Junction, which I believe is located in the southwest of England in the present day era. These are both double O gauge layouts, so if you could check them out, please, it would be much appreciated. And also, if you can go check out, please, to another new layout. These are the ones I've never mentioned before. We've got Trevanion Road. He's building a new double O gauge model railway layout in a small space. And lastly, Medway Peninsula model railway, if you can give him a check out. And these are all on YouTube. Moving away rather from model railways for a couple of minutes, if you're on Twitter, or X as it's called, or Instagram, check out my good friend and rugby union commentator, Nick Mullins. You'll find him on both at and Nick Mullins. So give him a check out, please. And lastly, give a check out to my good friends Just the Brave. I'm going to say their names, and this is the second attempt to get this. I got the first attempt completely wrong, but I believe it's Caleb, Finn, Rocco, Shawnee and Lewis. And they're Just the Brave, a Scottish boy band who at the time of filming had only just recently returned from New York. So please go and check them out and their new video, Game Changer. Now the next video, as I say, from this YouTube channel will be at the Glenrothes Model Railway Show, and then after that it will be the May update, when I'll hopefully have the electrical problem on this road all sorted out, and I'll have another Class 47 in focus for you, with me being 47 this year. One other thing that I'll be doing in the May update is seeing if I can actually install the first of the signals that I've got at Model Rail Scotland from Scale, again not from Scale Model Scenery, from West Hill Wagon Works. And I'll be speaking to the Railway Modellers Club, which is run by Scale Model Scenery, about this platform, seeing what can, how I can actually do this. I'm determined to do it though. That won't be getting done in May update, but I'll be certainly speaking to people. The new track layout I'm quite happy with. The electrical problem I'm not happy with, but I will get it resolved. And during May I'll be filming the videos that I'll be bringing out in June for the 40th anniversary of Network South East. Now you don't see the NSE stuff here at the moment. There's one out of shot behind you, but you will on the 10th of June. But there'll be more on that at the end of the May update. So that's it for this month's update. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and as I say, if you've got any comments, queries, suggestions, especially about this problem, then please leave them in the comments box below, and I look forward to reading them. All that remains for me to do is to say thank you very much indeed for watching, and please, whatever you're doing, do take care of yourselves, won't you, and enjoy your layouts, and we'll see you soon. Cheerio!